So let me ask you a question. If you were to get arrested today, would you know whether your boss or your employer would be notified? Would they be able to find out if you were to get arrested? A lot of people don't know the answer to this question, and it's actually really important that you know, because your job and your employment is your livelihood. If you were to lose your job and you never knew that it was coming, how are you going to make ends meet? How are you going to make a living? And so whether or not you anticipate getting arrested, which is never the case for anyone, it's really important that you do know whether your boss or your employer would be or could be notified if you were to get arrested. And when I say getting arrested, it could be something really, really small. Lots of people get DUIs. Lots of people have arguments with their friends or their loved ones. And even if there isn't a fist fight, there could be words exchanged that could land somebody in arrest. It's just that simple. And so if you want to know whether or not your boss or your employer would be notified should you get arrested, this is the easiest way to find out. Go and take a look at your employment contract or any employment papers that you signed. Usually in that employment paperwork, it will say whether or not you will be subject to a background check. It will usually also tell you the terms in which the background check will be used and how often you will be subjected to a background check. It's one thing to have a background check at the beginning of the employment, but depending on the kind of job that you have or the kind of career that you have, you may be subject to multiple background checks frequently. And so you're going to want to know the frequency if that is the case. Now, the good news about getting arrested is that the police department isn't there on the phone with your boss the moment you get arrested and ratting you out and telling your employer that you got arrested. What usually happens is that you agree to periodic background checks, and that's usually how your employer will find out. Or it's possible that your employer may have some type of subscription to the arrest databases to be notified should certain individuals, if your name is on that list, be arrested for a crime. Sometimes the type of crime also matters as well. Maybe they're only looking for employees who get arrested for very serious offenses, violent offenses, things of that nature. So whatever you do, whatever job or occupation that you have, make sure that you read the paperwork carefully about whether you're subjected to a background check and how often, how frequently you are subjected to that background check. That will let you know if your employer would be able to be notified should you get arrested for a crime. So I hope that information is helpful to you. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like and follow for more.